Aidan didn't waste a heartbeat. He pulled Leo to his feet, his silver cloak snapping in the rising wind. The Frost King's crown is forming in the north, Leo. If he reaches the village before the sun sets on Christmas Eve, the silence will become permanent. The clocks will stop, the fires will go cold, and the heart of the world will freeze. What do we do? Leo asked, his voice trembling but his spirit steady. We must wake the great bells of the Black Forest, Aidan said, pointing toward the highest, most jagged peak of the mountain. They haven't rung since 1988. They are the only things loud enough to shatter the Frost King's hold. They raced through the trees, which were now groaning under the weight of a sudden, heavy sleet. They reached a hidden valley, and there, rising like a needle of stone, was the sundial tower. It was a belfry with no stairs, only a series of precarious stone ledges spiraling upward. At the very top sat the first bell, the Bell of Dawn. It was made of polished bronze, but it was choked with thick, black vines of shadow ice, a magic that feeds on sound. I can't reach it, Aidan shouted over the wind. My magic is still returning. Only a hand that has never known the curse can touch the shadow ice without freezing. Leo looked at the terrifying height. He thought of his grandfather's clocks and how every gear had to be perfect for the music to play. He began to climb. His fingers went numb, and the shadow ice hissed at him like a nest of snakes as he reached the top. He grabbed the heavy iron striker. It was stuck, glued to the side of the bell by the dark magic. Leo didn't have a hammer. He didn't have a torch. He looked at the blue tear stone, still glowing in his pocket. He pressed the warm stone against the black vines. The shadow ice shrieked and pulled back. With a burst of strength, Leo swung the striker with all his might. Gong. The sound wasn't just a noise, it was a physical wave of gold light. It rippled out from the tower, slicing through the purple clouds. Where the sound touched the forest, the trees shook off their ice. But as the first note faded, a booming, icy laughter echoed from the mountains. The purple clouds didn't break, they solidified into a giant, frozen hand that reached out and snatched the Bell of Dawn right out of the tower, crushing it into dust. One note is not enough. A voice like grinding glaciers roared. The melody is broken, little clockmaker. Aidan fell to his knees. The first bell is destroyed. But there are two more. And the next one is hidden where the earth meets the stars.